I can hear you. I really hope he's standing there, because otherwise it would be like so scary. Hi guys, welcome back to my new video on this channel. So today we're talking about facing our fears. That is very relevant to my own life, so I feel like I'm actually a good person to talk about it. Anxiety, depression, but yeah, mostly anxiety. Having those fears come into your head, you can't get out of it, you start feeling very, very bad, you can't do anything, you can't focus on anything, because there are so many voices in your head. And for those of you who struggle with this, I'm doing this video today with some tips on how to deal with it, where I'm talking from experience. First thing you need to remember when those voices kick in, everything is temporary. Nothing lasts forever, I guess. Like, I don't know. Everything is temporary. What you can't do, and what every single one of us does sometimes, is that we feed those voices in our head. We feed them energy. We think about it. We talk about it. We freak out about it because they're like all we can hear. We give attention to those voices. That's the biggest mistake we do. When they kick in, we have to ignore them. I know it's not easy. We have to build our way up to the point where we actually can ignore it. And it is doable. Doable? Is it even a word? Doable. It is possible to do. The fear that shows up, it is easily feeded. Just thinking about it, just giving it our attention, talking about it to other people, it all makes our fears even bigger and the voices even louder. I have some steps for you guys that you can use. They all work together pretty good, and I use them on a regular basis. I use them almost daily. Actually, since I started using them, it's not even daily, it's like a few times a week maybe. Just using all of those tips together can bring you peace, and it's the way of building this way up to the point where you can ignore those voices. They can't control you anymore, and that's what we're willing to do today. I think that those voices shouldn't be controlling us. We are the ones in control. I am in control of my life. I am in control of my emotions, my thoughts, and therefore anxiety and fears that show up. This thing that helps me so much, there is a part of you, a very little part of you. For me, it's like this very little Julia in my head, or sometimes it's like in my heart, in my stomach, whatever, in my head, let's say she's in my head, that is actually very, very afraid that something is meant to go wrong. What my job here is to convince this little, very small part of myself that it is wrong, that she is wrong, that I am in control of my life and I will handle everything that comes and everything that shows up my way. I have proven it so many times, and so have you. You have proven to yourself that you can handle life. If you're watching this, 100% sure that you've handled life till this point somehow, because you're still alive and you're still here, you're still fighting, you're a fighter. We're all fighters. Oh my god, that's so cliche. If a thought shows up and it says to you that you can't do this, you don't have the abilities, you don't know how to do this or that, it can look like a hater or like a very aggressive, unkind person. It needs love. Surely needs love. This little Julia in my head needs love. So whenever she shows up and starts dwelling on life and how she can't do anything at all, I just imagine myself hugging her. I'm in charge. I can handle this. I'm like, hey, girl, I think I've already proved some things to you, right? Don't give me this shitty dog, okay? Thank you. You just close your eyes, or actually you don't even have to, and just think that, hey, I'm here. I am in control. I will handle this. You don't have to be afraid. It is weird if you're not used to talking with yourself. I apparently am used to talking with myself. Yeah, get used to it. If you can control your own self-talk, you're like halfway there. You just have to convince yourself that it is okay, I'm handling life, I'm okay, we're gonna be okay, and you are able to do it, right? So don't get me started, okay? Like, I am laughing, but I'm serious. I have those thoughts in my head. I just imagine like a very small myself here, and I talk with myself. Hope you get the point. And moving on to the second tip, these are telling yourself affirmations. If you're not familiar with the affirmations thing, I think you really should, because it's like the first most important thing when it comes to changing your thought patterns and evolving as a human being. So what affirmations are? These are the sentences that you say to yourself in present tense, telling yourself what you want to believe. Let's say I'm a shy person and I want to be confident. I will start the day with telling myself, I am confident, I am confident, I am beautiful, I am this, I am that, I am... And it works. It seriously works. It's like a fake it till you make it rule. It's scientifically proven. Just Google it. If you start feeling anxious, what you can do is tell yourself affirmations that are calming for you. It can be I am secure. It can be I am loved. It can be everything is working out just fine. I am okay. Life is good. Life is easy. You don't have to believe it at first, but while changing those thought patterns, you also change your behavior. So please try it. Tell yourself how beautiful you are and tell yourself how secure you are. I'm not alone. I am secure. I am loved. I'm powerful. You know, it's a very personal thing. Nobody has to know that you're having those thoughts or that you're telling those things to yourself. Because with affirmations, you can write them. You can just think them in your head, talk to yourself, like standing in front of a mirror and telling yourself those things. So try whatever suits you. Try what's good for you, and telling those things like first thing in the morning and during the day, only when the fear shows up. But just like this, like make it your lifestyle, like make it a part of your daily routine, that you're just having those thoughts. You're taking a shower or commuting to work. These are the very good moments to just thinking those thoughts, like convincing yourself. Fake it till you make it. So the next thing is kind of connected to the thing I talked about before. It's creating your own switch. I call it my switch. That will also be an affirmation. First, you have to go through a lot of affirmations till you find the one that really is the most calming for you. You can like look for it, but what I think about fears and anxiety in the first place is that they are very oft showing lack of self-love. I'm not saying you're not loving yourself. I'm not saying that I'm not loving myself either, but expecting other people to love you more than you love yourself is already a problem. Self-love is very important. I will talk about it so much on this channel. You have to love yourself first. Anxiety very often comes out of not feeling secure and not believing in yourself. And if you're not believing in yourself, it can be that you're having some self-love issues, and they can be fixed. My switch is actually thinking, I love myself. As simple as that. It's also an affirmation. It's a great affirmation. Probably the best affirmation ever. But you know, we can vote. Nobody has to hear you saying that. It's just a thought in your head. Using it as your switch. Say, I love myself, I love myself, I love myself, I love myself, I love myself. Let all of the fear go. Like, make yourself a meditation session where you just close your eyes, breathe, and with every breath in, you think in your head, I love myself. And then you release while breathing out. And it's like, I love myself. I love myself. I love myself. But just in your head. Otherwise it looks kind of creepy. Yeah, so this is what I suggest you do. You can try different things, but having this one sentence that will work for you as a switch is very, very powerful, because it also works very quickly. Being able to calm yourself down is also a skill. You have to develop this skill. Try it. Last thing I have to say is, I actually talked about this before in my very first video. I talked about the 5-second rule from Robbins. It basically means that whenever you have some bad thoughts or anxious thoughts, you get anxious, it's a very great moment for you to count in your head 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, count backwards. When you count backwards, the part of your brain that is currently being used changes, like switches. My English is very well. I am so good at explaining things. Basically, the part of your brain switches when you're counting your head backwards, and what comes with it is that you can change your thoughts easily, because you have this switch. It's also a switch, counting 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then thinking, I love myself, I love myself. It's probably the best combination, you know? So like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I love myself. And then I love myself, I love myself. All of those things are very combined because they're talking about the very same thing. I don't always use all of them. I sometimes just choose one thing and it works. And depending on the way you feel, just choose what suits you and Just for closure, the whole point of it is that you can't let yourself freak out or like freak out too much. If you have to freak out for 10 seconds and then like use some of the techniques, because it's too dangerous. If you are a very emotional person, it will kill you, kill your motivation, it will kill your focus, it will make you feel so bad. Don't let yourself go into that mode where you can barely breathe, okay? Be there for yourself. Nobody else will be. You are the only person that is with you 24/7. It's all happening in your head. Nobody from the outside world can help you with your inner problems. It is you who does the work. Make peace with the fact that you are your own support system. And if you're not yet, you have to build it up. You can't run away from yourself. And you shouldn't want to. Life is amazing. You are an amazing person. If you want to achieve anything in life, you have to learn how to rely on yourself and not on outside forces. Don't expect other people to hold your hand when you're feeling bad. It is a wonderful thing to have those people that are so close with you, and you can share those experiences with people. Like absolutely. But just don't make it your only way to deal with it. If you're going through a difficult stage in your life, you will find yourself calling your boyfriend every 5 minutes because he makes you feel better. But it's not really that good of a thing. It's good that you have that person, but don't rely on outside forces with your inner world. You are the only person that can really take care of it. You very quickly find yourself, negative thought shows up and you're like, oh, here it goes. Oh, again. Oh, okay. You will be able to totally ignore it, and that's your goal. By not feeding them energy, you will see changes very, very quickly. And that's what I wish you, and it's basically everything I have to say about it today. So thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, as it would really help me out a lot. Keep calm, stay positive. Remember that you are your own hero and you can do this. 100%. And I see you guys in my next video. Much love to all of you. I appreciate you guys so much. Life is your story, so make it a good one. Bye guys.